there's another question with regard to not vaccinating children and how do we keep them healthy throughout their lives. And this is a very complex subject. I've discussed much of it in my book, Vaccination, Poisoning the Population One Shot at a Time, and also Timeless Secrets of Health and Rejuvenation, which fathoms all the different factors that are responsible to create a healthy physical body and also a coherent, healthy mind. And so when we look at what influences the immune system and keeps it healthy, there are simple things like proper sleep. There are hundreds of studies now to show that if you sleep early in the evening, and that means like 9:30, 10 o'clock, you have a much healthier and stronger immune system than if you go to bed, let's say, after midnight. This has something to do with the stress hormones that are secreted in certain cyclic patterns, with the hormonal discharges and secretions like melatonin, which makes sure that the immune system is healthy and strong. It prevents cancer if it's secreted properly at the right time of the night, which happens from 9:30 on, provided you have your eyes shut and it's dark around you and you sleep. If you're awake during that time, you don't make enough melatonin, which in fact can disturb thyroid functions, and all the endocrine hormones are depleted and they are disrupted when you don't get the proper sleep. Also cortisol, which is a hormone, you may secrete too much of it. It's a stress hormone when you don't sleep enough, and that can suppress the immune system. Cortisol suppresses the immune system. That's a fact. So when you get stressed for any reason, because you haven't rested enough during the night, or because you have resolved conflicts in your life, then that can suppress the immune system. Once again, finding ways to resolve conflicts naturally, perhaps giving in rather than you're fighting something through, and looking at why certain things happen to us, so that we can make amends and take our lives into more natural directions, feeding ourselves in a more natural way rather than taking foods that have suppressive effects on our immune system, such as fast food, highly processed foods that are loaded with pesticides, chemicals, additives. They all suppress the immune system. So giving children natural foods instead of like a bar of chocolate that often doesn't even have real chocolate in it, just a lot of sugar and preservatives, chemicals, and other things that make it taste good, but in reality doesn't make the person, the body, healthy. It is food that the body is not really interested in and cannot make use of. So a lot of the fast foods that are created in factories and then delivered to McDonald's and other places, they are not there to feed our body. They are not there to nourish our body. But the side effect is that they have immune suppressive effects. What we drink is also very important. Water is enhancing the immune system, and foods that contain a lot of fructose or high fructose corn syrup, they immediately suppress the immune system. High fructose corn syrup is known to cause many illnesses, including cancer and diabetes, and they lead to high uric acid concentration in the blood, which can cause damage to the blood vessels, heart disease, and whatever damages the blood vessels can cause literally any kind of illness that exists on the planet. So it's certain kinds of foods, definitely it's good to avoid them. Make sure that the children are learning right from the beginning what is useful and beneficial for their health, and what is not really considered food. That is just something that they will learn not to put into their bodies. So there's another factor, and that is sunshine. Just like plants need sunshine in order to develop, grow, and produce foods for us, if we deprive them of natural sunlight, then there wouldn't be any food on the planet. Likewise, our body, for the essential functions that have to be performed in the organs and systems of it, will not be able to work unless there is sufficient amount of vitamin D, which controls thousands and thousands of genes in the system, which in turn are responsible for producing certain proteins and enzymes, all the things that we need in order to function in an efficient and vital way. So by giving our body the adequate amount of sunshine, regular exposure, full body exposure to sunlight allows our body to absorb UVB, which is in turn responsible for the generation, along with the body's cholesterol, certain types of cholesterol, to manufacture vitamin D, which is, by the way, not a vitamin, but it's a steroid hormone. And we know that steroid hormones are extremely powerful and influential in our body. So we really want to have adequate amounts of that steroid hormone going through our system every single day. When the immune system is low, you catch colds, you get the flu. Why does the flu happen in the winter time? Because vitamin D is low in the majority of the population. The flu doesn't happen in other countries where, like in Caribbean countries where sunshine is plentiful during the winter time. You don't have those flu epidemics going on there. So again, it has very much to do, infectious disease has very much to do with low vitamin D. You don't catch those kinds of infections when vitamin D is normal. It's virtually impossible. Once again, these are simple things that strengthen the immune system. We don't have to take recourse to vaccines to replace what the body can do much better when it harmonizes with the rest of the environment, when we take care of our diet, lifestyle, eating habits, sleeping habits, and stress, doing things in a more natural, arrested manner. If opportunities get lost, let them go. We don't always have to be perfect. We don't always have to have everything. We can sort of move through life like a river that sometimes takes left turns or right turns. We don't always have to go in a straight line. So we don't have to make sure that life is always planned perfectly and that we achieve all our goals. We can learn as much from failures and mistakes as we can learn from successes. And so I wish you a very healthy life and a good, strong immune system. It's in your hands. Your health is definitely in your power, and you can take care of it. Thank you.